In August of 2021, it took only 11 days for the Taliban to take over Afghanistan's government. That led to the chaotic exit of U.S. forces and Afghan allies. And now as the country struggles to live with next to no American protection, religious persecution and terrorism are two major problems plaguing the people there. Sights and sounds of desperation filled television screens and news outlets after the Biden administration attempted to quickly leave Afghanistan, as some 80,000 Afghans evacuated Kabul's international airport. And others tried to flee. The world saw how much the country had come to depend on American support during 20 years of war. Today, a year later, the Taliban, which promised an inclusive Islamic government, remains in power. That's not happening, however, according to David Curry with the U.S. Commission on International Religious Freedom.
The Taliban is tightening their control. People have gotten the message, and they're using this to continue to look for people who are going to dissent from their Sharia law extreme medieval views.
Since the U.S. departure, the country has experienced a health and hunger crisis due to a collapsing economy. Plus, years of progress in Afghan women's rights have seemingly disappeared. Curry says on top of all this, the Taliban and ISIS-K are hunting down religious minorities.
Christians, Jews, and others. And it means basically they started tracking them down, going house to house with lists. And now that's put many of these religious minorities on the run.
The Taliban has also allowed the country to become a sanctuary for terrorists.
The intelligence community has been very clear to those of us on the Armed Services Committee that al-Qaeda and ISIS are rebuilding, and they fully intend to attack the West again.
U.S. intelligence continues to monitor Afghanistan from afar, including a recent secret drone attack that killed al-Qaeda's leader, Ayman al-Zawahiri.
You can read this either way as to whether it proves we can handle counterterrorism from long distance, or whether it proves that trying to do so introduces new risks. It's probably a little bit of both.
Even though America's longest ground war is over, the U.S. remains engaged in Afghanistan through a counterterrorism program called Over the Horizon. Whether or not it can prevent terrorists from remaining safe there remains to be seen. Brody, CBN News.